And we are live for our second Men's Supa-Liga game at Perth Mon of the evening. We've got Scarborough Sharks versus the WA Eagles. A very exciting clash. I'm joined by everyone's third favourite commentator, Jade Paul.
Oh, thanks, Luke Ross.
So,
pleasure to be here.
Quick one before I run through the lineups, Jade. Predictions early on?
Look, I'm going to be absolutely honest with you. I haven't watched either of these teams play so far this season, but
That's not very good.
I've watched them in previous seasons, and I think my score prediction would be for the WA Eagles to take the win. I think it'll be 4-2 to the WA Eagles.
All right, that was a little bit drawn out. Just wanted a prediction. So, lineups quickly. Starting for the WA Eagles, we've got Mason Kanani, wearing number 19, Ali Mulham, number 10, Mose Tonchi on the far side, number 7, and Bharat Jar at target, wearing number 8. For the Scarborough Sharks, we've got Flynn Nolan, wearing number 8, Miguel De Oliveira back after his suspension, wearing number 11, David Craig on the far side, wearing 15, and Brandon Ustazen wearing the number 6. So, Jade's predicted a 4-2 win for the WA Eagles. I think it's going to be a little bit closer than that. I had a quick chat with head coach of the Scarborough Sharks, Amanda Lynch, and they've come in with a game plan. She wouldn't tell me it, but she's told me it's going to be a tight affair. Flynn Nolan shepherding that one out well. Referee Campos giving a corner early on. She's asserting her dominance on the game. A blast from Jar looking for Tonchi at the back post. I need a ball early on. Lost one through the door. That's good. Mulham. So watch him. He's the number 10, the captain of the Eagles. One of, I think, in John Goodlich's words, the marquee player of the league. I should also tell you the goalkeepers. We've got Muslim Al-Basadi in goals, wearing the gloves for the WA Eagles. And at the end, we've got Jigahin Garajia. He's a fan favourite. Most Tonchi, that's a great first touch. Kanani on the far side. Gives it to Tonchi. It's a great ball through to Tonchi. Kanani off the left, well blocked by David Craig. Mulham. Obviously, the Scarborough Sharks are only playing 3 days ago. They played a catch-up game against Perth AFC where they drew 4-4. So Scarborough still looking for their first win of the season. Only 1 point after 2 games. Kanani. Oh, he had the angle for a shot there and he tried to be unselfish. Probably should have gone for the blast. On the other hand, WA Eagles have started well. They're currently unbeaten, 2 for 2. They'll be looking to make it 3 and go up that unbeaten streak with the Footscarps and the West Coast Cobras, who won earlier on. De Oliveira, step over. Watch for that. There'll be a few more of them this game.
Plenty more from
De Oliveira. That's a great run. Good ball from Ustazen. He wants De Oliveira to get up. De Oliveira, who's fresh off the plane from Bali, looking very tanned. He'll be happy with that. Good ball down the line there from Ali Mulham, but David Craig, that was exceptional defending. Sorry, I actually said David Craig was wearing the 15. He's wearing the number 14. Hope no one is offended by that. If there's anyone watching on the live stream, give us some score predictions. Kanani off the left, looking for the back post. Jar isn't that tall. So you can see Ash Rowson on the far side on the bench. You can just see him through that little hole wearing the pink bib. Warming up, he'll be wearing the number 23. He's got a hat-trick midweek against the AFC. It wasn't enough, unfortunately for them. They considered a penalty in the dying minutes and drew 4-all. But it was a good performance from Scarborough Sharks. Nolan. It was a bit of a hard pass for Ustazen to deal with, but he did well. Craig at the back here. He's come into his own recently, David Craig. As I say that, he skips past 2. De Oliveira takes it off him. Ustazen. The ball just in front of Flynn Nolan. Flynn Nolan, number 8. He's the marquee player for the Scarborough Sharks. You want to watch out for him. So no subs yet. 4 minutes in. It's been a bit of a cagey affair. No clear-cut chances. I've just noticed there's no Ahmed Ashragian in the squad. The self-proclaimed best defender in Western Australia. Mulham forced to Jar and David Craig blocks a certain goal. That was exceptional defending from the big man. So, WA Eagles with only 2 on the bench. That is interesting. Kanani gives it back to Mulham. Mulham off the right. Good block from De Oliveira, and it's fallen to Ustazen. He stays into De Oliveira. There's a 2v1. He's by himself. De Oliveira, back post. Al Mohammed, good save. He stays in. Another good save from Al Mohammed. Great start from the Scarborough Sharks. They'll be up and about.
Corner taken here by Ustazen. Nolan with the shot. Gets a little deflection from Tatonchi. De Oliveira. Nolan. Finds De Oliveira. Nolan through the middle. He has Ustazen. Plays out wide to Rowson. Nolan against Milham. Milham does well.
So Ash Rowson, he's the first sub of the game. The number 23 for the Scarborough Sharks. We did say he scored a hat-trick midweek. Played very well. He's got a killer right foot, so watch out for him. Any opportunity. Oh, that was a great turn from De Oliveira. Well defended by Kanani. So obviously, a lot of the WA Eagles boys, well, I think they all played for Phoenix last season. And this game was a blowout. It was 6-1 if I recall correctly. So the Sharks will definitely want to make up for it. Jar Jar on the counter-attack. Milham. De Oliveira well defended, sending Milham back. Good touch from Tatonchi. Gives it to Kanani. You want to watch out for Milham, Tatonchi and Kanani. They have such a good link up there. Futsal play together it's exceptional. Here he is, Mo Tatonchi. Now you can see his feet. That was so good from Mo Tatonchi. He hasn't been able to keep himself fit. He's had a lot of injuries. So if we can get Tatonchi back to his best, he'll be one of the players of the league. He's such a good player and very, very quick. Rowson rotates out. He stays in. De Oliveira, good first touch. This is the main four for the Scarborough Sharks. They'll play well together. Ustazen, that's a great ball forward. Al Mohammed gives it to Nolan, and Nolan could have made more of that. And we're now joined by John Goodlich, who's just finished his pizza.
Yeah,
John, welcome. Can you give us a score prediction? Obviously still 0-0. Jade Paul said 4-2.
I actually think Chad Paul might be spot on. I'll go to 4-2 to the WA Eagles. But it should be an entertaining game. You know, the Sharks, 7 minutes in, they're looking pretty good. The high press. A lot of talent on the court. The likes of Rowson, Nolan, who stays in. So not an easy side to break down. And they've got the subs on the bench, the Sharks. The Middle East, or the WA Eagles rather, are lacking with only the 2 subs. So later on in the game, it might prove handy for the Sharks having those extra legs. And a sideline ball, Rowson plays it in the middle to Nolan, who couldn't get his touch right. Now Al Mohammed up the other end. Here's Kanani. Tries to get past two, stays in. Nolan's second defends well. Now De Oliveira, back from his suspension a couple weeks ago, and he fires a shot on goal. Muslim Al Mohammed claims it easily. Jar Jar licks it down the line to Kanani. Jar Jar makes the forward run. Kanani opts to use Milham instead.
Obviously, John, you are the fountain of knowledge in the West Australian futsal game. Do you know why Omar Stragan isn't on the bench and he is in the stands today?
Yeah, I was talking to him outside whilst I was eating my pizza, and he said that he's injured his back against Longobarda, so definitely a big loss for the WA Eagles. Omar Stragan is a workhorse. He always puts in a good shift, and will be sorely missed today.
Obviously, he is the best defender in Western Australia, self-proclaimed as well, so hope they don't miss him too much at the back. But they have only got 2 on the bench, WA Eagles. Do you think they could run out of legs?
Oh, definitely. And, you know, I'm not sure if you mentioned it on the stream earlier, but no Baka Al-Karahuli either. He's even arguably a bigger out than Australian, just due to the fact that he holds that role at the back so well. They don't really have a replacement for him. I'm not sure who will do it today. Maybe Milham will try his luck at it as the foul comes in on Kanani. The right call from the referee.
So the WA Eagles make their second sub, and that's their full team that's played now. That's Khaled Salah on this near side wearing the number 11. Altintus gives it back to Milham. Milham plays and rotates out. Khaled, so the WA Eagles do move the ball very well, and my only criticism I've ever had of them is, let's go back to that thought for just a second. What a ball that was from Milham, by the way, is that they don't play the counter-attack fast enough. They like to build the play up, and that's only my preference for them. It works, so who am I to say anything? Altintus, he used all 4 seconds. And Milham's not happy.
As an influx of substitutes come on for the Sharks, Matthew Wu stays it on with Rowson, who looks for the line, but can't quite find a passing option. And Milham on the near touchline flicks it down the line to Jar Jar, who stays and gets in front. Jar Jar's won it back. Has Salah on the left, the goal ahead of him. Plays it out wide to Milham. Back post ball, and it's gone in. Khalid Salah with the finish, and the WA Eagles take the lead with just over 10 minutes to go in the first half. Good work from Jar Jar coming through the middle to get it out wide to Milham, who is so dangerous from those kind of situations, and it ended up being a little bit of a goal-mouth scramble, but Salah got it over the line in the end. So a good start for the WA Eagles, rather. I've called them the Middle East Eagles, but I've got to make sure I get that one right from now on. The Sharks with the bigger bench and pretty much a full-strength team beside Josh Chavella, down against a very undermanned Middle East Eagles. WA Eagles.
Any danger of getting that right? Altintus goes forward, puts that one into touch. So we were saying that goal from Milham, the goal from Khalid Salah, sorry. The ball from Milham just straight into the corridor of uncertainty. Such a dangerous ball. Rowson gives it to Ustazen at the back. Rowson on that far side gives it to Nolan. Switches the play here to Daniel Bergqvist, the big man. To Hingragia. There's the 1-2. And Milham gives it to Salah. It's a good ball forward. Good target play there from Brad Jar Jar. Milham scuffs his shot. It almost fell kindly to Salah there.
Yeah, poor shot. Almost ended up being a good pass. And Milham on the ball again here. In the centre looking for Jar Jar, who gets on it, lays it off. But that one's rattled off the goal frame. And poor distribution from Hingragia. Is it going to make him pay? It's 2-touch. Hingragia blaming the defence, but I don't really think it was Daniel Bergqvist's fault. Hingragia pretty much just dropped it at his own feet and couldn't touch it again. So it's going to be an indirect free kick for the WA Eagles and a good opportunity to double the advantage. Milham and Jar Jar stand over it. I'm sure they've got something planned from the set play. Hingragia sets up a couple of plays on the post. From a Sharks perspective, you'd be hoping they do their job and don't move out of the way. Lays it off to Jar Jar. And the gap was found. The goal was open, and Bharat Jar Jar makes it 2-0. Well-earned rest for Jar Jar and Altintus. Kanani and Tutunchi make their way back on the court.
And Amir Federbegic, the big cheese, has stepped on for the first moments of his game. So we'll see if he can make an impact. They need it, certainly Scarborough Sharks. They've looked flat since they started rolling the subs. That touch pretty much sums up their game.
Kanani with the restart to Tonchi, to Milham, one-on-one with Federbegovic. Milham resets through to Tonchi, ball to the wing, finds Salah. And Bergqvist trying to break for the Sharks. And I was watching back some old SFL footage, Luke, when Khalid Salah played for Murdoch Warriors, and his nickname back then was DJ Khalid, so I think we're going to go with it.
DJ Khalid it is. I like that. Here he is on the ball, DJ. Amir Federbegovic and Daniel Bergqvist with the double team, and it's a quick release. Milham! Giga Hingragia, good save, and to be honest, that could have been curtains if that had gone in. I think Scarborough Sharks just need to weather this storm. I think a timeout would probably be... I'd recommend it. I'll say that. Tutunchi, I was saying before, John, Tutunchi's looking really sharp, almost back to his best.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
Well,
That's a great save from Hingragia.
Yeah. Obviously, we know how good Tonchi could have been. If you remember our old coach, I'll save that for a second. Our old coach, you know the man. What's his name?
Leonardo de Campos. When Tatunchi played at Sterling Brausajunga, he said in a squad with the likes of Victor Brauner and Adriano Martino in it, if anyone was going to go professional, it would have been Mohamed Tatunchi. And whilst he might not have quite lived up to those heights yet, he's making a case for himself if he plays this well every week. And Milham finds the back of the net to make it 3. And that's magical from the WA Eagles, number 10.
Who unreal from Ali Milham. Probably Hangarajia couldn't. Well, what was it? He would have had more chance of touching the sun.
Yeah, better chance of getting a hand on the sun. Had a perfect angle of that goal, and it was hit perfectly on the volley. So Sharks 3-0 down. No timeout called just yet, but as you mentioned earlier, they probably should. Another goal goes in, and you'd have to say that's game, set, match, even in the first half.
100%. Milham here on the side ball on the near side, gives it to Tonchi. Kanani. Milham. Kanani. Nice intricate play there from the WA Eagle boys. Tonchi trying to isolate himself against Bergqvist. Good switch of play there from Mo Tonchi. Kanani. Nolan not letting him get past Daniel Bergqvist. That's a good press, and he wants the ball. I think it is a Scarborough ball. The referees don't agree.
Bergqvist did well there, but the decision not going his way. That's what the Sharks have to do. They have to press with intensity and conviction. That time the ball spilling down the line. Solis making a free run. But Federbegovic cleans up. Maybe not quite. Danger not gone yet. Milham! And that's another good save. And again from Hingragia to prevent it from going to 4.
He's keeping the minute. Jiga Hingragia. I mean, he may have conceded 3, but I wouldn't say any of them really are his fault.
Kanani trying to break. 3 defenders to beat.
Well defended there from Flynn
Swarm of
Nolan.
Sharks win the ball down the line to Nolan. But he stays in, was fouled after he passed it. And a free kick, but not in the most dangerous territory for the Sharks, however. I'll be looking to test Muslim Mohammed, who's been relatively quiet this first half. Hasn't had much to do thus far. Nolan lining up from distance. Federbegovic to the left, who stays in on the right. Bergqvist in the goal mouth. Nolan fires! Well saved by Al Mohammed, who remains alert. And a side ball with Scarborough. 3 minutes 45 left to go in this first half. Can the Sharks pull one back before the break? That one ricocheting off DJ Khaled. And behind for a sideline ball, who stays in. Out to the wing finds Bergqvist. Poor touch, loses it. Milham trying to go forward. Loses it to Federbegovic. And now a chance for the Sharks if they can work it. Who stays in, squares it. They want a handball. Albert Miyembe not buying it. I think he made the right call there. I don't think it was a penalty as much as they had the right to appeal. I think it hit.
I hope he stays and doesn't appeal too much. He'll end up with a yellow card.
Nolan!
Ooh, good
That's
save
a good
from Al
save.
Mohammed. Scarborough Sharks have looked, well, it looks like they've almost switched on after conceding this goal. And they've got De Oliveira back on now. Hopefully he can add a bit of spice.
Yeah, I think for the Sharks, they look good when they've got their starting 4 on the court, but when those subs start rolling and they've got too many of them at the same time, then I think that's when they look vulnerable. But when you've got who stays in, De Oliveira, Nolan, you know, the likes of them 3 in particular are on, they're going to be a hard side to break down. The Eagles are lucky because they've got quality throughout their squad. All 7 players are very technical and very high level, and the only thing that's going to prevent them from running away with this match is if they get tired toward the end of the second half. But a timeout has been called. I believe it's by the Eagles.
Yeah, it was.
Just trying to get a rest in with those 2 subs on the bench, and they're in prime position. Ismail Jarja, the head coach for this evening, is doing a brilliant job. Coaches a lot of these players in outdoor for Belmont Villa in Amateur Division 2, and has now taken the role as head coach of the WA Eagles in the futsal Supa-Liga. They got so close last season, playing for Phoenix, losing out in the grand final in the final 8 seconds of the match, and a restructure of this same group of players in an attempt to go one further this time around will be the goal.
It certainly will. I think we've got just under 3 minutes remaining in this half. Scarborough will definitely have to get a goal really to keep interest in this game. I think Phoenix, if Eagles get one more, they'll probably kill it all off. So we'll restart play here with Al Mohammed. Goes to Kanani. Kanani's so comfortable on the ball, and to be honest, the press that they're doing there, the Scarborough Sharks, it's a non-press. It's almost a passive press. They're up there, but they're not really engaging engaging the attacker. Milham lets that one roll through to Al Mohammed. Now the call of press. You can see there Rowson, he's almost standing off. He's letting Tatonchi play the ball. De Oliveira, a skipped pass, and good tackle there from Miguel De Oliveira. He did get the ball in fairness. Tatonchi gives it to Kanani. Gives it to this near side, Ali Milham, wearing the number 10. Already got 1 goal today. Milham, that was nice. Tatonchi, Milham. Ali Milham looking for that top corner. That could have been all it. Off target this time. Ralston bringing it forward now into the stop clock territory. Craig has it at the back, gives it to Ralston. I think the Scarborough Sharks maybe just need to move the ball a little bit faster. Ralston, that was a good idea down the line, and it was a foul. It was a foul. That's a good call from the referees there. Ustazen was pushed. And I think Milham's lucky to escape a yellow card there. We'll see what they work from here. Miguel De Oliveira was once known as a free kick specialist. So we'll see if he takes charge of this situation. He gives it to Rowson off the right, and Al Mohammed, great save.
Good hit there from Rowson.
Yeah. Obviously we're saying, John, he got his hat-trick midweek.
Yeah, a couple of more of those shots is what the Sharks need. And Rowson, for one, can definitely hit them both feet as well. He's got a couple from well outside the area on Wednesday against Perth AFC. And he's been in good form. The Sharks number 23 down the wing to Craig, who looks to take on Milham. Maybe not the right option. Milham breaking forward. A 3-on-3 now. Tatonchi cuts inside. And Craig with a good defensive slide to put it behind. And Hingraja again. Dives on it and releases quickly to Rowson. Milham's misjudged it. Rowson still going. Nani picks it up. Tatonchi trying to get beyond Craig. Lovely turn from Tatonchi. Still got it. Inside. Nice turn once again, but loses the ball almost. Gets it back to Milham. And now Jar Jar. It's Kanani rather. Milham. And now Bharat Jar Jar. Across to Milham. He's been on the ball a lot as usual. To Tatonchi. Reverses it to Milham. And the WA Eagles are just slowing it down to end off this first half. They played well, and Salas broken the defense. DJ Khaled fires looking for that bottom corner. Hingraja dived, but it was off target in the end. Rowson, a customary long ball incoming, you'd have to say.
I think De Oliveira's got to get a little bit higher if they want to look for that long ball. Who stays in? Oh, Mohammed, it's too easy for him. And that will be that for the first half. The Scarborough Sharks losing 3-0 to the WA Eagles, and you've got to say it's been all WA Eagles in front of goal. Yeah, we'll go to a quick ad break. We'll be back for the second half in just a moment.
Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week at Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us.
The boys are making their way out for the second half. Obviously, a quick team talk there from Scarborough Sharks. From what I heard, it's time to press, it's time to step up and engage them. The WA Eagles boys were saying pretty much just more of the same. De Oliveira gets us underway. Ustazen gives it to his brother Matty Ustazen, and that's Brandon on the ball now. So hopefully we don't get too confused. That's a good early ball there from Brandon Ustazen, and good run from Matthew. Flynn Nolan, he's back on after his first rest of the game, just before the half. Ustazen. I think if they can get this three with Ustazen, Flynn Nolan and De Oliveira with Ash Rowson, that's a dangerous quartet. But I understand they can't all be on all the time. Ethan Hardy, that's a rollout. He gives it to Brandon Ustazen, to De Oliveira. Hasn't been too influential in this game yet. Only had the one shot of note in the first half. We'll see what he can bring in the second. Ustazen down the line to De Oliveira. Jar Jar's all over that one. And there's a 2v1. Jar Jar was well tracked there from De Oliveira, and Nolan defended well. And it's fallen to Korai Altintus. Milham, that's a good ball there. Cutting the defence. And it's a side ball, so I've got to get going the Scarborough Sharks. And De Oliveira, so the WA Eagles are dropping pretty deep, John.
Yeah, I think they're happy to sit at halfway and absorb all the pressure they've got. The 3-goal lead, no real incentive to attack, and they'll be threatening on the counter-attack with the pace of some of these players. Nolan in the middle to Ustazen, out to brother Matthew, and looks for the line, but blocked by Milham. The Sharks reset. Nolan trying to skip past Salah, but the number 11 for the Eagles does well. Ustazen back to Brandon. Matt once again, and Brandon Ustazen trying to take it beyond Milham, but just running out of room on the touchline. Argentus all the way back to Milham.
Middle's so open there.
Jar Jar.
Middle was completely open there. John De Oliveira was stepped too far right. They've got to close the middle so it stops the ball to target. Nolan switches it to Brandon Ustazen. He comes forward. Nolan. It's a good idea from Nolan, but Altintus read that well, and he's trying to take on Nolan. Nolan's defended very well there. De Oliveira, this is where they can get them on the transition. They've got to be quick, though. It's a 3v3 if they can use it. Ustazen. And his touch lets him down. Jar Jar defended very well. Nolan with the roulette. Cuts it on his right. Flynn Nolan! Oh, good save by Al Mohammed. That's better, though, from the Scarborough Sharks.
Yeah, good work by Nolan. Great save from Al Mohammed, but if they keep doing that, then they'll put themselves well within a chance. A couple more of those type of runs and shots, and you'd expect Al Mohammed to get beaten. And the Eagles have impeded on that 5 metres, so the Sharks are going to get a chance at a retake. He stays in not one of his finer efforts. And now Mohammed plays it to Salah. Cross court to Milham. Milham looks for the one-on-one, still going. Lovely feat to evade the challenge from De Oliveira. Jar Jar back to Milham. And now back to Bharat Jar Jar, who plays Salah on the wing. Cross-court ball gets intercepted, but the Eagles are going to get it back here.
Altintus rolls it back to Ali Milham. He's been good so far today, Ali Milham. I think a goal and 2 assists to his name, to add to his stats for the season. And Ethan Hardy makes his first save of the half, switching for Juga Hingragia. Nolan. So no subs yet in this half for either team. Who stays in? De Oliveira. He'll want to engage Salah here, and he does. It's a nice little parallel down the line, but Milham's all over that. Who stays in? Back to Nolan. They need to get some intricate play going. It looks like De Oliveira's hurt. Nolan, that's great hold-up play. Who stays in? De Oliveira looks like he's okay now. He's got the ball forward. Nolan. Nice ball there to Ustazen, and it's better from Scarborough Sharks. They're looking to go forward, but it just hasn't had any end product, and that really sums up their attacking announcement of this game so far. Altintus. Khaled. That was a hard one to control. He almost did enough, and Milham through the back of De Oliveira, and Milham's got to be careful. That's his 3rd or 4th foul.
Yeah, De Oliveira did well there to win the free kick, and now the Sharks with a chance, probably just within shooting distance, but it's going to have to be something special to beat Al Mohammed. De Oliveira, the specialist. What can he muster up? Straight into the wall. And referee's whistle going, having a talking with Ali Milham and Miguel De Oliveira.
I think I'm not going to comment, actually. I won't say anything. De Oliveira. Nolan, who stays in. Back to De Oliveira. Good tackle there from Khaled, who stays. That's a good first touch and a good second touch. He's still got it. He's his team a side ball. That's better from the Scarborough Sharks. Pegging the WA Eagles further and further back. They just need a goal. Milham, if they can get them from this transition. Khaled to Milham. Well defended there from Ustazen. But this is the danger for Scarborough Sharks. They're going to commit men forward. They're vulnerable on the counter-attack. Altintus, that's a rocket on the right foot. Just over the bar. And Ethan Hardy, who rolls it out to Nolan. Brandon Ustazen bringing it forward. Gives it to the big cheese, Amir Fedovic, who's come on for his first minutes of the second half. He gives it away. Jar Jar. It's a one-on-one with Ustazen. He won it on his right, and Ethan Hardy. That's a great save. Low down with his right foot. And see there, like I said, when they commit men forward, they're leaving themselves vulnerable to the counter-attack. Milham off the right. Good double team there from Nolan and Ustazen. That's what you've got to do in Ali Milham. Double team him at any opportunity. Here he is at the back with Khaled. Oh, that was a beautiful idea. Here we go. Ustazen had to go there. I don't know why he stopped. They could have had a 3-on-1. Other than that, De Oliveira, that's a yellow card. It's been given. It was, like he said, he did have to do it. It was probably a good tackle from De Oliveira. Now he's got to be careful. To Tonchi, he's subbed on for his first moment of this second half. 8 minutes in. Tonchi, that was beautiful on the right, and he's sent Amir Fedobegovic. Jar Jar. Back to Milham. Milham switches the play to DJ Khaled. Khaled one-on-one with Nolan. Cuts it on his left. It was a beautiful run, and what a goal that is from Khaled. What a goal that was. Skipped past 2. We'll see what we caught in the replay. It almost was too easy for him. Let's have a look. He ran past Nolan. It was a good block from Jar Jar, and Fedobegovic never really engaged, but take nothing away from that goal from Khaled. It was a great finish, wasn't it, John?
Yeah, it's his second of the match. He's playing really well today, Khaled Salah. And the lead's up to 4-0 in favour of the Eagles as Kanani picks up a yellow for an incorrect substitution. The Sharks really have it all to do. Fedobegovic tries to back roll it to Bergqvist. Fedobegovic battling with Kanani on the far side. He stays in. Nolan in the middle. Federbegovic out wide to Ustazen. Sala's there to Chonchi. Great ball. Kanani rounds the keeper. Sala, can he get the hat trick? But the Sharks get back just in time.
Yeah, that was very well kept there by Ethan Hardy. He did well to narrow the angle from Kanani and make him make an option. Here he is again, Mason Kanani. So he's on that yellow, so he won't want to do anything silly. Tatonchi, Milham. They're pressing now, Scarborough Sharks. But again, they're not really engaging him. Bergvist. Milham. One-on-one. Khaled for the hat-trick on. He's hit the side netting. They've got to go for a transition here. It's a 2v1. Who stays? No, he had to go forward. He slowed it down. He's coming now. Bergvist, he leaves it, and I'll say it again, that sums up the Scarborough Sharks day.
Kanani. To Milham. Now to Tonchi. Looks over the top for Milham. It's won by Nolan. Out wide to Ustazen. In the centre to Nolan. Poor ball. Tatonchi got a touch on it. Now a chance for Bergvist. He couldn't get his footing right. And test Muslim Al Muhammad. Eagles again in possession. Kanani. Tatonchi. Artintis. Eagles just holding possession. No real pressure coming on from the Sharks, which they need to rethink as 4 goals down and just under 10 minutes to go now. They've got to play a bit more offensively. Kanani takes Federbegovic down the line, and that's a great goal from Maysam Kanani. Found the gap in between the keeper's legs after an exquisite piece of skill. And it's 5-0 now.
Yeah, that was some goal from Mason Kanani through the legs of Ethan Hardy. It was a nice little flip-flap on the near side. And he makes it 5. And Scarborough Sharks. If it wasn't all over, it definitely is now. And your Bergvist kicks that one into touch. Korai Altintus. Milham, that ball wasn't on the line. Tatonchi. Kanani. And I think the issue for the Scarborough Sharks is, like I said earlier, they're doing a press. They're doing a press, but they're not really engaging anybody. And it's almost just too easy for them to skip past defenders for the WA Eagles, especially when you've got someone like Mason Kanani at the back who's so good with running with the ball.
Yeah, timeout called now by the Sharks to try and set things on the right path.
Yep, I don't think there's much they can do. They might go with the 5th man. Obviously, Ethan Hardy isn't bad with his feet, so they might choose to put him as the 5th man player and try and get some goals there. From what I can hear, it sounds exactly what they're going to do. He stays, and I can hear him. He's saying they have got time, so they don't think the game's lost just yet. I'd argue, but I hope they prove me wrong, because it would be a great finish. Let's see, the boys are making their way back on the court now. So it's Nolan, Rowson, Ustazen, David Craig, and Ethan Hardy. And for the WA Eagles, it's Milham, Altintus, Mason Kanani, Mo Tatonchi, and Al Muhammad in the goal. So let's see. They are going for the 5th man. See if spark a miracle comeback. We've just got to be patient, the Scarborough Sharks. Don't rush it and look for the angles. The gaps will come at some point. So they're playing a 2-3 formation at the moment, and now they've switched into a 3-2. Hardy. They're just got to be patient, play from side to side, move the WA Eagles boys around. They are very good defenders of the 5th man play, are the WA Eagles. They all know how to play. They've been defending situations like this for years. Hardy. That's a great ball looking for Craig. Here's the danger, and Ethan Hardy. It's a great press, and it's fallen to Al Muhammad. He just blasted into Nolan. But that was better from the Scarborough Sharks. It's good they've made a move and rolled the dice.
Yeah, that hunger's what they need more of. As Kanani, Milham. Lovely feet. Kanani. In the middle to Jaja. Milham. To Tunchi. Holds it. Milham. Bakes on to the right. Brings it back to Tunchi. Back to Milham. In the middle to Jaja. Holds it up. But the Sharks do enough.
Yep, Scarborough Sharks well defended, but it's too late, I fear. I just won't want to concede anymore. For Nolan's good press on Milham. Kanani, 1-on-1 with Ustazen. Kanani has been so good today. To be honest, all the WA Eagles boys they just know the system they play, and they play it so well. They play such free-flowing futsal. Tatonchi, 1-on-1 with Rowson. Just jockeying him, and Mo Tatonchi. I thought Ethan Hardy might go to fingertips to that, but they're going to set up the fifth man straight away, and the WA Eagles boys are just going to sit back and defend it. They're happy to just absorb the pressure and probably take a chance when it comes. Ustazen, Rowson. Let's have a look there. I've gone for the two at the top now. And it's Al Muhammad. Will he go for the shot? He has. And a yellow card there for David Craig. And he probably needed to do it because it was a free shot on goal. But the chances of the goalkeeper scoring from there are very slim. I'd be interested to see if De Oliveira comes back on. Maybe they don't want him to risk getting a second yellow. They don't want to miss him, especially when the game's probably gone. Kanani. Nice ball to Tonchi. He'll parallel down the line. He will. Ethan Hardy sees that one out, but that's great play from WA Eagles. Milham wants to press, and it looks like they are going to press the fifth man. They broke the press here, and they can go. There's a 3v2 if they use it. If Stazen's taken too long, David Craig didn't do the run. And they're just at 6s and 7s, the Scarborough Sharks. Half of them are doing one thing, and the other half are doing another. Jar. So it's not been the start of the season the Scarborough Sharks would have wanted. Obviously, only 1 point from the first 3 games isn't ideal. On the other hand, WA Eagles have gone 3 for 3, and they'll be sitting pretty at the top of the league if they can add another goal here. Kanani, Hardy did well. Ustazen gives it to, and that's at Milham. Brandon Ustazen, oh, great save from Al Muhammad. Kanani, I'll have to see what happens here from Milham. That was a late tackle on Flynn Nolan. Kanani, it was shoulder to shoulder. Let's see. And Milham gets the yellow card.
And that challenge on Kanani saw him crash into the commentators' table, so no foul was given, but lucky he wasn't injured in the process. Nolan, he's being held by Tatonchi, who may also be going into the book. It looks like the cards stay in the referee's pocket this time, but the Sharks have a free kick, 12 metres out from goal. And Ustazen, who was denied moments earlier by Al Muhammad, will have another bite of the cherry to pull one back for the Sharks. Nolan fires over the bar. So quite a few players on bookings now. Chances of a red card increasing. Al Muhammad sends it long. Rowson does well. Still going Rowson. Couldn't connect with it the way he would have liked. Sends it long to Milham, does Al Muhammad. Milham's touch heavy. Squeezes it out to Salah, who's been exceptional today. Milham, back to Salah. Milham once again, Charger. Tatonchi, across the court, ball intercepted. Milham, back rolls it to Tatonchi, makes the forward run, gets on it again. Trying to stand up Nolan, plays it inside. Returned by Salah, Milham. And the ongoing pressure from Nolan was enough, but it's only as far as the Eagles' corner. Milham to take it. Salah leaves it. Down the line to Milham. Nolan still hot on his heels. Returns it to Salah. Lovely link-up play. Salah across to Charger. And a venomous effort, just couldn't keep it down as the seconds trickle down toward stop clock territory. The game all but won for the Eagles. Any goal for the Scarborough Sharks will just be looked as a positive going into next round. Tatonchi. Salah makes the run forward of the ball. Tatonchi looking to go alone, and that's been won by Oliveira. Can they score? But what a save from Al Mohammed, who keeps his clean sheet intact. The Sharks are wondering what do they have to do to beat him. It's Tatonchi to Salah. Toying with Nolan, plays it inside to Tatonchi. Milham. Back to Salah. DJ Khaled whipping out the party tricks. And he's got to be careful here. Don't want to give away a goal unnecessarily, but they've done well so far, the Eagles. Just passing it around the Sharks with ease. Milham. Oh, what a piece of skill that was. And now a chance for Salah's hat-trick. What a goal it would have been, but Salah fires wide.
Yeah, that was some beautiful skill from Ali Milham. Hardy goes long. Jar Jar collides with Tatonchi, but it's worked out and Khaled's got it. Rowson's, but he's giving it straight to Milham. He's one-on-one with Nolan. Ali Milham. Flynn Nolan defends very well. They'll want to get a goal here, Scarborough Sharks, and give themselves a positive. Rowson gives it to De Oliveira. Off the right to Nolan. Off the left, and they finally scored. They've got their goal. Flynn Nolan, he's battled hard all game. He's toyed, and they finally got it past Al Mohammed. He makes it a little bit more respectable. And that's 5-1. The Eagles will be disappointed not to get their clean sheet. And this game looks like it's about to peter out. See if Ali Milham can whip out any more skills. Goes for the Megs on De Oliveira. And gives him the wave away. Salah. Milham. And he kicks that one into touch. Rowson. 20 seconds, and Nolan's pass lets him down. Probably a little bit of fatigue. He has played, I think, about 38 minutes of this game, so you can't say too bad about him. He's scored as well. Milham gives it to Salah, and 8 seconds. That'll probably be that. And it's gone out, and 3 seconds remaining. They'll probably just bomb this one forward and hope for a lucky ricochet into the goal. Let's have a look who stays in. Puts it forward and that's off the line. And this game is slowly finishing. Slowly is an understatement. We've been in the last 10 seconds for about 2 minutes. And Milham goes for the goal, and that is that. The WA Eagles run out 5-1 winners on this occasion over the Scarborough Sharks. Great play from the WA Eagles. The goal scorers, Milham got 2, DJ Khaled got 2, Mason Kanani got 1. And for the Scarborough Sharks, Flynn Nolan I got the solo goal. A big shout out to Al Mohammed in goal for the futsal WA Eagles. Made some exceptional saves. And that ends our coverage for tonight's game. We'll be back in a few moments for Sterling Bras Jinga. First, the Northern Hawks.